Assalamualaikum and a very good morning. My name is Sofiah binti Ahmad Ramzi and my metric number is 263019. How would you respond if one of your family members or maybe your loved one was the victim of depressions? According to the Mail Online in 2019, a 16-year-old girl from Sarawak killed herself after her Instagram followers voted for her death. The schoolgirl made a poll on her Instagram and asked her followers to choose between her dead and alive. This poll resulted for 69% of her followers chooses for her death, and she decided to jump from the third floor of a shop and found it dead. This shocking news not only showing up in Malaysia newspaper and online media, but also in a foreign newspaper and online media. Title not only showing up in various of Malaysia's headlines newspaper and also online media, but also foreign newspaper report in recent years, and it's actually a pessimistic situations about depression among students in Malaysia. And I am the second year student, a Bachelor of Counseling in University Utara Malaysia, and I become aware of these issues when one of my family members, which is my sisters, once suffering with depression in her primary schools. Do you know, depression actually can change one person's life, especially teenager and students' behavior, and leads to variety of emotional and also physical problems. So today, I'm going to persuade all of my audience about the importance to I'm going to persuade my audience that action is needed to deal with depressions among students and teenagers in school. Do you know what is depression? Firstly, depression is a serious mental health issues suffered by a lot of students in Malaysia. According to the American Psychiatric Association, in 2007, depression is a serious mental health issues that will lead us to feel and also act negatively. Depression causes a feeling of sorrows, sadness, and mood disorder. American Psychiatric Association stated that there are some depression symptoms that we can detect it from mild to severe. This symptom should be last at least 2 weeks for a diagnosis of depression. Some of the symptoms of depression are feeling sorrow or always having a mood swing. These moody moods lead the person to feel loss of interest or pleasure in activities that he might be once enjoyed before. Next, the second symptom of depression is the changes in a daily routine. The person might be lost appetite or overeating and lead to weight loss or gain extra weight unrelated to dieting. The person also will be feeling worthless or guilty and have a thought of death or even suicide. Depressions are quite common in Malaysia. The number of reported for depressions among students have been increasing over the years. The age of students who attempt to commit suicide because of depressions is getting younger too. A national survey in 2017 by the Ministry of Health in Malaysia have been reported that Malaysians aged from 13 to 17 are critically suffering from mental health problems, especially depressions. In August 2019, World of Buzz reported a 13-year-old Penang teenager hanging himself with a towel because he was unable to finish his homework. Before this accident happened, her mother lectured him because he unable to finish his homework. The mothers received a phone call from his teachers complaining that the boy didn't finish his homework. The investigation by the police showed that he was never really interested in studying and always was academically weak. Besides that, he always complained to his parents that he always having too much homework, and this made him very stressed. In my opinion, sometimes depressions among students or teenagers are hardly to be observed because they don't really like to confess their problem to their teachers or their parents. Some of the parents will also didn't take these cases seriously and choose not to trust their children. The parents feel that depressed is just as an excuse for the children to be lazy or give up in their studies. It is a very heartbreaking to see the young people hurting themselves over their physically and also mentally because of depressions. Fortunately, we still have hope and solution to save them from this mental health problem. First, to overcome depressions among students, parents should play their role as they were the nearest person to them. Parents should pay more attention to their children. Be your children's best friend. Parents should spend more time listening to their children's story, either about problem in school, in academic, or even with their friends. Sometimes parents are too busy with their work, often left the children alone at home. These children feel very lonely and they didn't know how and to who they should express their feelings. Problems over problems. They're burdening them and giving them unfinished business, and they didn't know how to solve them alone. So, parents should always be the children's ears and listen to the children's stories. Parents should always talk to their children. Children are inside of a learning process. Sometimes they were not enough matured to control their emotions or making a decisions, especially when they have problems. As a parent, often talk to your children nicely without giving any pressure. Give our children advice on how they can cope with their problem. In my opinion, parents should also have to always pay attention about their children's behavior. Some children might be not even realize that they are actually depressions. So, parents should always observe the change happen in their children behaviors. That might be the symptoms of depression, like they tend to stay alone, loss of appetite, and even being down or very sad. Next, depression among students can be controlled by the teachers in the school. Secondly, way to solve depressions among students is the teacher should play their role in school. Teacher is the second person that close to the student, as the students need to spend most of their time in school. According to Dr. John Kelly in 2019, teachers can make some adjustment or accommodations in assignment or tasks. Dr. John Kelly 2019 stated that the educators can give more time for the children to finish their tasks, provide flexibility to assignment schedules. The teachers also should break the assignment into a smaller pieces, like giving a group task, and make sure to spare the lower students with the smarter one, as they can help each other to completing the task. Dr. Kelly also said that teachers should never lower expectations or give unearned grade to the students. Some educators love to mental bully their students by competing the weak student with the excellent students. This will make the students feel that they were useless and lost hope in their studies. A good educator should always motivate their students and never give up in their studies. Even a weak students, even they are slow, but surely one day they will also achieve a success. In my opinion, school should be a place for students to gain a lot of knowledge for their future, and not a place to torture their emotion and feelings. Students with depression will not only lose interest in their studies, but also in their futures. So, teachers should play their role to save the student from these mental health problems. In conclusion, we have seen that depression is a serious mental health problem that can give negative impact to many aspects, especially in students' academic and also in social relationship. This issue is a not small problem which can be handled in just a single day. It needs everyone's hands, like parents, teachers, peers, and the student themselves to cope with it. It's time to be more caring for people around us and save them from depressions. Thank you.